We are going to be talking with our esteemed panelists. I'll be introducing them shortly. We'll be talking about how the design of the building can be made climate resilient, because with climate change happening, you're having more natural disasters. We saw in the video also that there was flooding which happened and devastated the city of Pune in 2019. How can we make our houses more climate resilient? That is what we are going to be understanding today from our experts. And also in this process, how we can keep those costs low, the costs of construction, while we are designing such passive measures in the building.
Let me tell you, sir, that the climate has been changing. Pune earlier was considered into a temperate zone. Temperate zone is where you don't have too high temperatures, humidity is fairly comfortable, and you have good winds, But over the time, there was a research which was done around 10 years back when we were trying to look at how the climate is changing in Pune, and with a scientific viewpoint, we analyzed it, and we found that Pune has turned from a temperate climate to a composite climate. In a composite climate, generally you find that temperatures are higher in compared to what they were earlier. So, and also the humidity, and you have summers really being felt and winters also being felt. So earlier we used to feel more of winters and less of summers, but it is moving in a different direction. And how has designs really evolved? Designs have not evolved so much. We have been designing in a similar way for many years. In fact, consideration of climate when doing a design has now been taken over by the development control rules. So whenever an architect starts designing, he's moreover considering the development control rules as design guidelines more than looking at the climate.
She says the climate is changing. Research has shown that it is changing, it's getting warmer here. Why on earth is it getting warmer? And why is it getting warmer still in the city of Pune, or in any city for that matter? It's compounding things. It's getting warmer because more carbon dioxide is being caught in the atmosphere, trapping heat across the surface of the globe, and generally temperatures are beginning to rise, and we are experiencing that. But this gets exaggerated when you come into cities, because the buildings in the cities and the amount of building in the cities, the density of building, the hard surfaces, the massive buildings absorb a lot of heat, retain that heat, and when the evenings used to be pleasant, they are no longer that pleasant. All right? So it gets exacerbated. Another thing that's happened across the country, we're noticing heat waves, right? And sharp heat waves, and the intensity of the heat wave and the duration of the heat wave is rising progressively. Roof must be well insulated, because the sun is going to beat hard on it. It's going to beat even harder on it. The roof is going to get very hot. Those who are living right under the roof are going to suffer. They're already suffering. You offer them discounts, but they are going to refuse to buy it unless the roof is well protected. You must insulate. You can also insulate the walls for the heat, to keep the heat from being transferred from the outside to inside. So insulation, keeping the heat from moving in, or if you're air conditioning, keeping the cool from moving out. Insulate walls, insulate roofs. Roofs an absolute must. Walls facing west, absolute must. Second, shade. गर्मी में धूप घर के अंदर आ रही है, मैं पर्दा भी बंद कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी गर्मी सता रही है, ये ऐसा हो नहीं सकता.
If you restrict the size of your window, the window should be able to ventilate the space, it should be able to provide daylight, and it should also serve as an access for you to look out into the greens. So these three things, if they are met, then don't increase the size of the windows. That's the first thing. So window design, solar passive design in terms of orientation that you demand, and I think solar reflective index paint, which is not going to cost you a lot, but it is going to go a long way, not only in reducing the temperature at the top floor and contribute also to reducing the urban heat island effect. So it has a dual purpose.